Today's date is June 25th, 2016. So, when I woke up this morning, I felt better. I didn't have that much of flashbacks, but I was still missing my family. So, around this morning, I had a flashback, and that flashback was the time when I dislocated my kneecap. Now, when that happened, I guess it happened around June 23rd or the 24th, or the 22nd, I don't remember, but it happened around last year. Now, how it happened? Good question. I was running, I was playing tag with some siblings, hiding in a really good spot, on a hill so no one can see me, like camouflaged. And my little sister had it. And I was hiding in a really good spot where a bunch of high grass was on the ground. So what I did, I just stayed there until she found me, and if she found me, I would just run. And then I went to my little sister very, very close, like a ninja, to tease. And I says, "Oh, I'm here, you can get me." And then I wasn't looking where I was running, and then I fell in a hole. I fell in a hole, I hit my head, but it wasn't that much of damage, but I hit my head, and I hit my head, my elbow, and I dislocated my kneecap in the last. Now, what was going? The next thing, I was screaming for help, telling to everyone get help and help me get up or call the ambulance or something to help. A couple of neighbors around that lived there heard and came straight down very quickly. And then my two siblings thought I was joking around, but I wasn't. I was actually laying there in the hole with my dislocated kneecap, yelling and crying. A bunch of people come around and says, "Yeah." It says, "Do you need to call the ambulance?" It says, "Yes." So they called the ambulance. They gave me some medicine, some painkillers, so it won't hurt so much. The ambulance arrived, but the really tough thing is that there were people from the ambulance came in the hole to pick me up. Now, when they picked me up, it was very painful. They picked me up and put him on the bed. You know, the bed on the inside of there, the ambulance. And then everyone was looking at me and says, "Oh my goodness, he is in very much in pain." And I was. So they put me up in the back of the ambulance, and my stepmom came with, and I was just laying there. They gave me a shot in the arm to put some painkillers in, so it won't hurt so very much. And when they did the first time, I was like, "Oh, it feels nice now because now the pain is going away." Now, when I was laying there for about maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, I was completely passed out. There was a person in there with me when I was in the back when I was in the back. I was just laying there, having a nice dream, trying to get the pain to go away, or try to ignore it. I was just laying there, thinking over and over when I fell in that hole. And I said to myself, I should look first before I should look where I run. And guess what? I didn't. I did not look where I run. I ran straight. I went straight, really fast as I could, like Sonic, and I fell right in that hole. Hurt my head a little bit, hurt my elbow, and I dislocated my kneecap. So we arrived at the hospital, and I said, "Can we take a picture?" To my stepmom. And says, "Yeah, sure." So I took a picture of me laying down and with a little bit of a sad face, and I had a peace out sign. I thought well, I thought that was really funny when I saw that picture. So they got me out, bring me inside. They had to switch beds, so they had to switch from the ambulance bed to another bed. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be kind of hard to do because it's gonna cause the pain again, and I don't want pain again. So just me laying there, I'm like, ow, ow, ow. When they're switching with beds, I'm like, yeah, everything's good. So they give me a nice pillow, a nice blanket, and I was passed out for maybe like 2 hours. This lady comes out. She says, "This dude needs some X-ray." I'm like, okay. So they took me in, and they took the X-ray. But they had to move the knee into separate ways. So like one way and then another way. I had to flip over sometimes, but that's okay. So after that, I went back, maybe sleep a little bit more, I guess. Another this guy says, and he's like, okay, let's put this baby back in place. I'm like, okay, and I was like, my eyes were like, what? I'm like, no, it's happening, it's happening. This is really happening. And my head's like, yes, it's really happening. So they bring me into a room, maybe like four guys, maybe some two ladies, and it says, okay, you ready for this? And I said, yes, I just need to breathe for a couple breaths in and out. So me breathing in and out. And I said, can you please put it to sleep? And they didn't put it to sleep. And the only thing, okay, here comes the funny part, is that when they were touching my knee, I was yelling, and it says, we're not even touching your knee. And it says, I know, it's just a lot of pain. And what they did is that they had to hold my leg, a guy using just his two thumbs to put it back in place. And this is what was the aftermath. And it says, oh, thank you, doctor. Seriously, that's what I really said. I said, thank you, doctor. So I was just there, just maybe laying for like maybe 10 minutes, sleeping. I'm like, oh my goodness, we did it. We got the knee back in place. And I was super happy that the pain was totally gone. And I was hoping that this would never happen again. So, being laying there, a woman just putting a cast around my knee, and I got crutches, and we got out. Me thinking over what happened that day was painful. And we didn't have no car, we didn't have anything we can get home, but we had a train, so we took the train home. I came home and I was just there relaxing in bed and just thinking, and I had a dream thinking over and over what happened that day and saying to my head, I should have looked forward when I was about to run, but I didn't. I was looking at Sarah, my little sister, while running, not looking forward where I was running. And guess what? I ran right to that hole. And I said I should have looked that day. Because if this thing wouldn't happen at all, the pain wouldn't be here. My stepmom wouldn't use any of that money to buy those crutches and get me out of there and use that train. I should have looked forward that day. The next day, we went to find a different cast. We went to separate places, but they didn't have them. But the place we went, they said they did have them. This is great. I got a new cast, and I still have that cast. I just have it until just in case if it happens again. And after that day, it was probably like 2 days before I left to go see my mother. And I was really happy because I got to see her, and I haven't seen her for like 2 years. So that was very surprising. I just wish when I dislocate my kneecap, I just wish that would never happen again. Yeah. Thanks for watching.